Hey, everybody. Hey, I know y'all been waiting. I know y'all been waiting. So come on, invite people to jump in. Tonight's going to be amazing, amazing. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be unbelievable. So I need everybody jump in right now. 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 All right. Come on. Invite. Sorry I'm late. I've got, I'm doing, and that's one of the interesting things I want to talk about. I want to talk about creating momentum. And right now I've got crazy momentum. So many incredible, amazing things are happening. And so right now, everybody jump in. Okay, we're up to 22. I see 22. I'm not going to start talking till we get the 30 to 40. I'm going to start before then. Okay. All right. Join me now. Invite people right now. Invite people right now. First of all, let me thank you all for being so loyal and being so committed to this. Those of you who jump on every week, thank you so much for that. It means so much to me. In this season of my life, where I've got so many incredible things going on, one of the things I'm trying to do is to stay true to all of the assignment of all of the things that I've got going on. And so I'm excited about it and grateful to God for the opportunity. And so right now, I want you to join me. I want you to join me. There you go. A few more people, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. A few more people, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. Okay? A few more people, then we'll get rocking and rolling. All right. Let's begin by me asking you a really, really tough question. I want to ask you a tough question. Right now, when you look at your life, do you feel like you have energy and momentum? Right now, when you look at your life, do you feel like you have energy and momentum? Right now, when you look at your life, do you feel energy? Do you feel momentum? Do you feel like you're rocking and rolling? Right now, when you look at your life, do you feel a synergy going on in your life? One of the most amazing things about life for me is how God has allowed me to walk into a season of momentum. Everybody put that in the thread, a season of momentum. And what's really awesome about this season is the fact that because the Lord has given me so many opportunities, now I'm sitting here going, man, what is it that I need to do to maintain the momentum? Make sure you get that. What is it that I need to do to maintain the momentum, right? What is it that I need to do to not lose the synergy and the energy of this season? Because right now, if you understood how incredible it is to be you, then you would protect the momentum of your life. Because I'm telling you now, this is a season of momentum. This is a season of momentum. I'm so serious about that. This is a season of momentum. This is a season whereby if you're courageous, you're going to be blown away by all of the opportunities that are in front of you. And yet, you got to understand that momentum is about combating challenges, right? Momentum is about combating challenges. Okay, everybody keep inviting. Momentum is about combating challenges. There's this really powerful quote by Lou Holtz, who was the coach of Notre Dame and became an announcer for years, right? And he had this quote, and the quote was, "Show me someone who's done something worthwhile, and I'll show you someone who has overcome adversity." All right, watch this. Show me someone who has done something worthwhile, and I'll show you someone who has overcome adversity. This idea of overcoming adversity is huge when you think about successful people and their ability to live out their life with momentum. Again, this is a season of momentum, right? This is a season of momentum. Now, write this down, okay? 3 things come when you're doing extraordinary things. 3 things will come when you're doing extraordinary things. Make sure you get this. 3 things will come when you're doing extraordinary things. The first thing that will come is opposition. There will always be those who will oppose you, whether it's direct and obvious or whether it's subtle. Sometimes opposition is the fact that people simply don't help you. They let you languish out there. They don't invest in protecting you. They just let you languish, right? Well, so there's always going to be opposition. There's always going to be a requirement for sacrifice. This is so obvious to me and Pastor G right now. There's going to always be, this demand for sacrifice, right? Sacrifice is something that you cannot get around. You're going to have to make sacrifices. There's going to be opposition. Sometimes opposition will be internal, right? It will be you opposing your own destiny because you don't believe in yourself. And then there are going to be sacrifices. You're going to have to pay some prices, right? Whatever dream you got out there, whatever goal you have, you're going to have to pay a price. You're going to have to make a sacrifice. But here's the third thing. There are going to always be challenges. And that's really what I want to deal with today. There's going to always be challenges. Watch this. Whenever you strive to be and thus do great things, whenever you strive to be and thus do great things, amazing things, and in innovative things, know that you're going to have challenges. Make sure that you hear what I just said. Whenever you're striving to do anything great, know you're going to have challenges. Know that there's going to be those who are going to oppose you. Know that there's going to be sacrifices, but there's going to also be challenges. And you have to get in your head that you do nothing great and there not be opposition. You do nothing great and there not be sacrifices required. But also you do nothing great and there not be challenges. So what's a challenge? A challenge is a situation or an obstacle that requires great mental or physical effort in order to be successful. A challenge is a situation or an obstacle that needs great mental or physical effort in order to be successful. The challenge is not what you're trying to overcome. What you're trying to do is get to your goal. The challenge is a part of you getting to your goal. When you are striving to accomplish something, the challenges come in an attempt to slow you down and to stop you from reaching your goals. And so what's amazing then is to watch people who understand the purpose of their challenge, and then they give themselves in an aggressive way to the process so that they will accomplish what they're created to accomplish. You got it? A challenge then requires great mental and physical effort in many cases in order to be successful. So there are times. Here's what's deep, and write this down as a note. It tests your ability. It tests your capacity. It tests your mental strength. It tests your desire to be relentless and passionate. It tries you at every level. That's what you got to understand, is that it tries you at every level. And so when you're facing a challenge, you need momentum to drive you past the challenge, or the challenge, the obstacle, the situation will get in the way. The opposition, the demand for sacrifice will get in the way, and you will literally quit because you don't have momentum. So the rest of my time today is going to be spent talking about momentum, because here's what I want. I want to see your life gain momentum. I want to see you gain momentum. Watch this. What is momentum? Momentum is a physics term, and it is defined as the amount of motion occurring in something, watch this, that is moving. Here's the first thing. Momentum is not standing still. You cannot have momentum and be standing still. You can only have momentum when you're moving forward. You can only have momentum when you're moving forward. Listen, you cannot claim momentum if you've not grown, if you've not improved, if you've not seen any progress, if you can't mark that your life is in a different place than it was last year. You don't have momentum, you have maintenance. Everybody put in the thread, maintenance is not momentum. All right? Maintenance is not momentum. And so when you fail to understand the power of momentum, then what you end up doing, you ready? You end up living in the stagnant place and nothing is moving. Let me give you another great statement about momentum. And Ray, this is really big. Momentum is the strength or force that keeps something growing and building. You ready? Watch this. Momentum is the strength or the force that keeps something growing or building. This is how you know you have momentum, Hope. This is how you know you have momentum, Trina. This is how you know, Lisa. Teacher, this is how you know, Tanita. This is how you know you got momentum. This is how you know you got it. You know you have momentum when you see things getting better and you can't even stop it yourself. When you see things working in your favor and even you can't stop it because it's moving now. It's moving. You're getting these phone calls. Now watch this. Eventually you can slow it down and eventually you can end it. But when you get momentum, when a car starts moving, when a car's doing 100 miles an hour, it is dangerous to hit the brakes. And I'm coming to some of y'all tonight because here's what I want to tell you. God is about to give you momentum and you better not hit the brakes. God is starting to let your dreams and your gifts and your opportunities be open. God is starting to let you walk out some stuff. And here's what's crazy. If you do not fight for your momentum, when it stops, you're going to be stuck and it's going to be harder to get it started. The person who starts out going to the gym and then you miss a couple of days, everybody know that routine. I've done it 50 times in my life, right? And then all of a sudden, I stop going to the gym and I look up and now I have no motivation to go and I'm back to where I was. Can I push you? You need to know that this is your season of momentum. So whatever challenges you're facing, the challenges you're facing are actually going to be steamrolled by the momentum that you presently have. Y'all got it? The challenges you're facing are about to be steamrolled by the momentum you have. That's the power of momentum. The power of momentum is once something gets momentum, anything in its way gets run over. And the only way momentum stops is if you stop it. But there's a point that for a season, even you can't stop your momentum because it's moving. Doors are opening. Things are coming, right? The challenges are there and you're just driving through them. You're just driving through them. And people are going, wow, look at them, look at her, look at him. You're just driving through it. And I want to declare today that your life is about to get a crazy momentum. Your life's about to get a crazy momentum. Your finances, your career, your family, you're going to see momentum in some really amazing places. So how do you create momentum? Here it is. Y'all guys ready? This is where we're going to give a little detail and then I'll be done. Here's how you create momentum. First thing I want to tell you to do is identify energy drains and either minimize them or eliminate them altogether. Identify energy drains because you're going to need energy. You're going to need energy in this season. Identify the stuff that drains you emotionally, that drains you physically, the stuff that makes it hard for you to do the stuff you're called to do, right? It's some stuff that makes it hard. It's some people that make it hard. And I wanted to start here because there's no way for you to have momentum if you do not identify the energy drains. You got to identify the energy drains, right? Right? When you're working on, you're working on your dream, working on your project, and then you get this call from somebody and they want to talk and you say, hey, I'm doing my thing. And they're like, oh, okay, right? Listen, my wife's been rolling and I understand that because she loves me, she will stop some stuff that she needs to be doing. So I can't be an energy drain and get in her way while she's rocking and rolling. Are y'all catching this? My wife could have influenced the decision for me to come and be dean. She really could have. She could have, but she refused to be an energy drain. So instead of draining me because of loyalty, y'all ready to grow? She inspired me by participation. This is when you know people are on your team. When they get in the game with you, but they don't get in your way while you're playing your game. They're in the game with you, but they don't get in your way when you're playing your game. You got to identify energy drainers. You got to identify. You got to identify people who drain your energy, who take you off your game, who distract you. Because all it takes is 5 minutes of distraction and you don't even get back to what you were trying to build, what you were trying to do. You got to identify those energy drains. Because if you don't identify, and I'm going to tell you this, and I'll be done with this. Don't mix up loyalty and use loyalty as the reason why you're allowing people to drain you. Right? Don't let loyalty get in the way, because loyalty can be an energy drain. I'm a Cowboy and Red Sox fan. It drains me. So don't do it. All right? I love this quote. It says, don't let negative toxic, watch this, y'all ready? Listen, y'all gonna like this, Pastor G. Y'all gonna like this, Sister Barbara. Watch this. Don't let negative toxic people rent space in your head. Raise the rent and kick them out. Is that good, Corliss? Stephanie, don't let negative toxic people rent space in your head. Raise the rent and kick them out. Evict them. Evict them so you can do your dream. Evict them so you can go live out your life. In fact, somebody put it in a thread. It's eviction time for some people and some attitude things about you. It's eviction time. Get that stuff out your head and get them out of your space. They are draining you. Or minimize them. For a season, put them over here. Go get them when you finish. But just minimize them. Minimize them, right? Minimize them. You got stuff to do. And you got momentum. And you got enough challenges. Minimize them. It's eviction time, man. Number 2, create a picture of success and guard it. Create a picture of success and guard it. Create a picture of success and guard it. It is, listen, oftentimes we tell you create a picture of success, but we never tell you to guard it. Guard it. Guard the picture. Guard the picture. Guard the picture. Wow. Because it's going to be easy for that picture to be damaged. It's going to be easy for you to lose sight of that picture. Guard the picture. Guard the picture. If you have a picture for your marriage, if you have a picture for your retirement years, if you have a picture for your children, guard the picture, y'all. Don't just create it, guard it. Stand guard over it, which means be careful what conversations you're having. Be careful what people you have close to you in your planning strategic stage. Even be careful what you're reading and what you're watching. Guard the picture of your success. Number 3 is huge. Please, Ray, you're part of my number 3. Pastor G, you are too. Number 3 is huge. Develop any, watch this word. Make sure you put this in the thread. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and type it. I'm going to go ahead and type it. I'm going to type the word I want y'all to have, right? Uh-oh, that ain't how you spell it. There you go. There you go. Okay. That's the word I want you to get. I just put it in there, right? Evolving. Develop an evolving. You ready? Develop an evolving brain trust. Everybody put in there brain trust. Develop an evolving brain trust. Develop an evolving brain trust. Man, this right here is so big for me. It is so big for me because, to be very transparent, once you understand the power of your brain trust, once you understand the power of your brain trust, once you get that, once you get the power of your brain trust, I mean, it gets crazy when you start looking at your brain trust. Who is a part of your brain trust? Who is a part of your circle? Who is a part of your team? Who is a part of the people who are going to ride out vision and dream with you? Who's a part of your brain trust? This is so important for me because oftentimes what the enemy tries to do is the enemy tries to connect me to people who disconnect me from my dream. He tries to connect me to people. Man, do not miss this. He tries to connect me to people who in turn try to disconnect me from my dream. Let me take you to the next level, and I hope you're listening. There was a time that people made me feel bad for my circle evolving. Like, you know, I was even, and anybody knows me knows I'm super loyal. But I started learning that to keep people around, just to keep them around because you don't have the courage to keep moving forward, means that you ultimately cheat the dream and the people in your future that's supposed to benefit from you. Your brain trust should be evolving based upon your skill set. Now, some people are going to always be there, but here's what I discovered. The only way that you stay in my brain trust is that you keep growing with me and I keep growing with you. Worst thing is to be in a relationship with somebody who you outgrow, but they guilt tripped you because they stayed when you were growing. You outgrow them, but they guilt trip you because they stayed while you were growing, but they didn't keep growing while you were growing. And here's what's scary. When your brain trust doesn't evolve, then what you end up with are baggage relationships that are more concerned about their place in your life rather than their place in the world. Is any of this making sense? And I'm telling y'all now, God does not want you to live your life surrounded by people who don't have a hunger for what you believe in. Does not. Watch this quote. Y'all ready? This is a great quote. Make sure everybody in your boat is rowing and not drilling holes when you're not looking. Know your circle. Make sure everybody in your boat is rowing and not drilling holes when you ain't looking. Listen, I can't micromanage St. Paul. I'm not physically there. I haven't been physically there in a while, but I can't micromanage it. I don't need nobody on my team that's got a drill and not a row. and not a or. Everybody on my team's got to have an or. If you got a drill, then I know you don't mean any good, because we don't need a drill on the boat. We need oars on the boat. Wow. Number 4. You ready? I'm going to move quickly. Expand your learning curve. Listen, the way I teach is very didactic. So I take time and I kind of talk things through. So expand your learning curve. I'm going to give you 4 ways to do that. 1, become the best student. Expand your learning curve. Become the best student. Don't just be a student, but become the best student. Best students are asking questions. Best students are listening. Best students are open. Listen, I'm in a season where I got to learn. And so I'm asking questions. And you know what? And initially when I came, I wanted to not appear incompetent. Well, I discovered something. Incompetent people don't ask questions. They try to act like they're competent. Competent people are always in a question asking mode. Right? And so here becomes one of the most important things you can do as a leader, as a dreamer, as a visionary, as an executionary. Become your best student. Here's the second thing. Reject no criticism, even if you initially believe it's wrong. Now, this is going to mess some of y'all up. Reject no criticism, even if you initially believe it's wrong. You want to know what's deep? Some of you don't give stuff enough time to marinate. Some of you don't give stuff enough time to marinate. So let me go back to this. I'm not saying that everybody who criticizes you, you're supposed to say, oh, I receive it. No, I'm saying that some criticism, you didn't give it enough time. You rejected it so quickly. Now, I reject that. I rebuke that. Maybe God trying to tell you something. I had a couple of people tell me some stuff in the last 30, 45 days that initially I rejected, and then the Lord said, slow down and listen, player. Slow down and listen, son. And when I stepped back and I listened, I was like, okay, there may be a lesson in that. It's some things that my wife has said to me that out of my masculinity, I rejected. Oh, nah, man, forget that. But then I had to step back and pay attention, and guess what? Whoa. Okay. Some of you will never grow because you immediately reject anything that isn't a compliment of you. Reject no criticism. Even if you don't believe it, just don't reject it on the surface. You never know what nugget is in there, even from an enemy, right? Here's number 3. Consider compliments as tools to build healthy self-image. I'm coming to all y'all who don't receive compliments well. All y'all who just reject compliments. All y'all who say, well, compliments don't really do nothing. Okay. So you would rather me tell you that you're stupid, you're ugly, that you're unattractive, that you know that you're a failure. Oh, okay. So you would rather me or not say anything and ignore all of your effort. No. Get past. Can I tell y'all this? Get past rejecting compliments. The goal of compliments, if you manage them right, they become tools that help to build healthy self-image. My mom was a master at this. My mom knew how to speak into me. And my wife has become so masterful at knowing how to speak into me. Man, in this season, my wife has spoken into me. You listen, everybody needs somebody who speaks the language of their heart. Is that good? Everybody needs somebody who speaks the language of their heart. They don't listen. Nobody wants to be around anybody that all they do is criticize them and correct them. No. So God puts people in your life tell you, yes, you can. Yes, you will. Man, I see it. Boy, you're getting there. Listen. We pay all this money for trainers, but you want to know what trainers really do besides teach us the technique? Because honestly, after a couple of sessions, they done gave away all their information. They done gave away most of it. You want to know what makes a trainer amazing? Is they get in your ear and they say, give me one more set. They get in your ear and they say, come on, you can do it. You got one more in you. They get in your ear and they say, hey, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Come on, push. And that's why when you are expanding your learning curve, you need people in your life who inspires you, who motivates you, who pushes you. And God uses people to see good in you. People call you good names and not out of your name. They call you good names. They don't call you out of your name. They call you good names. Everybody needs that. Here's D. You grow your resource library, right? Grow it. So what's happening now is today I had a meeting. I had a meeting with a lady who's a very powerful lady and as it relates to HBCUs and seminaries and that kind of thing. So I had a meeting with her, and it was a really, really good meeting. It was a virtual meeting. She's an older lady, but she is strong and sharp. Well, one of the things that I asked her to do was to connect me to all of the other HBCU presidents and deans. And here's why. Because all of them can teach me something. When you grow your resource library, it ain't just books. It's also people who can teach you stuff to help you manage the stuff you got to do. Am I making sense here? One of the things I love about Ray Rouser is to me one of the best I've ever seen in terms of this whole technology world. He's just a great person. But you want to know what's amazing about Ray? Ray will spend hundreds of dollars a year. You want to know what? Connecting to all of these different workshops and groups and expanding out his base just so he can learn new technology and so he can learn how to do it better. It's amazing what happens when you grow your resource library. So expand your learning curve, all right? It's a whole lot of people out here now writing books, and it's amazing. Go read something about distribution. Go read about, editing and what are the latest trends in publishing. Go out there and read. Right? Grow your resources. Okay. 2 more things, I'm done. I didn't plan to be this long. Here's how you maintain your momentum. Make time by making time. Make time by making time. If you're going to overcome challenges and maintain your momentum, you got to make time by making time. How do you do that? First of all, calendar your dream. Put that in the thread. Calendar your dream. Right? Secondly, unclutter your space. Unclutter your space. Get all that clutter out of your space. Unclutter your space. See, discipline yourself. So I'm going to give it to you again. Calendar it. Unclutter your space and discipline yourself. Make time by making time. Bishop Darrell Husbands, bless you, my brother. I got to call you this week. Make time by making time. Unclutter your space. Successful people don't have cluttered lives. Successful people don't get stuck in clutter. Unclutter your life. Why? Because you got to calendar your stuff. You got to discipline your stuff. And then you got to get disciplined. And you got to stay disciplined. Every day, Bishop Husband does this amazing thing. He gets up and he does these devotional thoughts. He don't know I listen. I listen sometimes, Bishop. And what's crazy is when you are really riding out what you need to be riding out, you will notice how disciplined your life becomes when you calendar it and then you unclutter your space. Let me get ready to close. Thank y'all for listening. Here it is. Here's the last thing to maintain your momentum. Turn strategy into action steps. While you're working on your dream, develop your action steps and then take that strategy, now convert it into action steps and then just execute. And then just execute. And then just execute. And watch this. There's going to be opposition, but execute. There's going to be sacrifices required, but execute. And there's going to be challenges, but execute. All right? Unclutter your life. Calendar it. Let your brain trust evolve. Identify energy drainers. Expand your learning curve. And go after your destiny. I close with this quote from Maya Angelou. Nothing can dim the light that shines from within. Nothing can dim the light that shines from within. I want you to know that you have been created to live a life of momentum. Listen, there are some days I am tired on Mondays, especially traveling and then going straight to the office most days. But I am committed to always do E3 on Mondays at 6 o'clock. Want to know why? Because here's what I discovered. Every time I do it, I'm driving the momentum of my life. Listen, I love you guys so much. I will be back next week. We got more to talk about. God bless you. Don't forget to check us out this Thursday, 7 o'clock for Thursday Recharge. And listen, I'm here to push you, but you got to help me by being someone that's willing to be pushed. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you next week.